Hello, this is Ariella Carmel at Calcalist and Bank Leumi's Tech and Invest conference in Miami. I'm joined by Shani Rivaux and Justin Rubin, attorneys at Pillsbury, Winthrop, Shaw, Pittman law firm. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
So Shani, I'd love to ask you a bit about Pillsbury's activities in Israel and specifically your work with the Israeli tech industry.
So Pillsbury we really think about ourselves as a lifecycle firm where we work with a lot of Israeli companies from startup to funding to exits, whether it's an IPO or mergers and acquisitions, and really as a strategic partner. So whether it's companies that are coming to invest in the United States or companies that are growing in Israel that are looking for funding, we work with every aspect and really look to be that strategic partner.
And can you tell me a little bit about how the last year, amid all of the turmoil that's been engulfing the region and Israel, has impacted your work there?
So for our firm and for us personally, it's actually been, we're even more excited than ever to be working with Israel and Israeli companies. When you see the resilience of the Israeli people, the Israeli high-tech market, you really see that there's just so much optimism even amongst the darkest hours. And this is something that we at Pillsbury and in the United States want to be part of.
Amazing. Now, Justin, I know that you're an expert in regulatory work, and you do a lot of work in terms of advocacy and lobbying for Israeli companies. Can you tell us a little bit about what that looks like?
Yes, thank you for the question. So a lot of what I do personally is helping companies that are emerging into the U.S. markets, that are defense contractors, homeland, or other industries that are trying to sell the U.S. And that really means taking a strategic approach to all of their issues, thinking through what are their business development goals, how they want to grow in the U.S., what control they want to have, what control they want to give up in the U.S., how they want to go through the process, and thinking that through as they want to build their company correctly, and then making that advocacy with the U.S. government. That includes working directly with the Pentagon, Department of Homeland Security, and their leadership, as well as working with Congress, and really making that case for what we're doing as lobbyists, and what the companies are doing, are making the U.S. service members and others safer. We find this great desire to work with the Israelis because it's a desire to work with tech. But also is broader. It's one of the reasons I came to Pillsbury about 6 weeks ago, was because of Pillsbury's ability to do, as Shani said, provide full service capabilities. So when you're working with the U.S. government, that involves issues of government contracts law. It involves issues of trade law, regulations with regard to nuclear energy, other environmental regulations, and we help companies think that through. One of the things I've found with companies that have bigger challenges is when they come in less strategically. And our goal is to really think through regulatory issues on a strategic, holistic basis that positions the company to succeed financially.
And can you talk maybe a little bit more about assisting Israeli tech companies in accessing the U.S. market and navigating those challenges?
Yes, sure. So I think there's a lot of people out there who try to do that work, and they often focus in on, innovation arms, and these great opportunities working with innovation arms, and those are great. But a lot of those problems are very short-term solutions, and what our goal is to help companies think through a long-term strategy, how to work with where the real money is. So we will work with the companies, identify budget the U.S. government has, opportunities, and look at how do we take that budget and match that up to capabilities the companies have. And that will involve going to Congress. We meet with members of Congress regularly, both Democrats and Republicans. We're very bipartisan practice. Working with the Department of Defense, Department of Homeland Security, who are the buyers and the customers, working with program managers and others and figuring out how to create that demand. And really that's a universal practice. We also help people hire if they need consultants who have those expertise in the lower level, because we know what we're good at, which is a lot. We also know what companies need in general, and we think through those issues.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much to both of you for taking the time to speak with me, and enjoy the conference.
Thank